Hello and welcome to our 5th and 6th grade transition night. We are so excited for you all to join us for our event today. The objective for this event is that students will learn what goes into becoming a quality middle school student. Students will learn about classes and opportunities in middle school. Students will learn of supporting teams who will help them be successful in middle school. And students will learn how to register for 6th grade classes as well as our 2021 summer school. So what are some things that you can do right now to prepare for middle school? For one thing, you can start by having good attendance at school, maintain good grades, have good behavior and build positive character. That means following our warrior code, respect self, others, and community. Develop good study skills, work ethics, and time management. It's very important that you start developing a good time management because you're going to need that organization skill to be successful in middle school. Also, join our extracurricular activities and do self-care. So that means that, having good hygiene means taking a bath every day or every other day, brushing your teeth twice a day, and having 8 hours of sleep and not 4 hours or 6 hours of sleep a day. Also, eat 3 meals a day, which means your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, how can my parents help me prepare for middle school? Parents, you can help your kids by keeping an eye on your child's progress and grades in Schoology. That means kind of get familiar with how Schoology work. Do weekly check-ins with your child. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them how they're feeling about their classes. Help your child develop good time management and organization skill. This is key because they're going to juggle a lot of classes and a lot of homework. So it's really important to help them develop these good skills of organization. Encourage your child to follow the warrior code. Respect self, others, and community. Also, if you need anything, just reach out to HCPA and we can help you. Okay, let's look at some difference from elementary to middle school. So in middle school, you're going to have a different teacher in a different room every hour. Also, you're going to have different friends in every hour. You're going to have different expectation and teaching style with each teacher. Also, you're going to need to go to your locker before every classes. You might not go to every time, but imagine if you do have to do a science project and carrying that big poster to every single classes, it's going to be a lot of work. So you might have to put it in your locker and then go back for it. And you're going to have to be responsible for your Chromebook that you will be bringing home to and also bringing back to school every day. Right now, we're doing distance learning, so that means that your Chromebook is with you at home and you don't have to worry about bringing it to school. But once we go back to in person, this is going to be a responsibility that you're going to have to remember every day. Now, let's watch this awesome video from our current middle school students giving advice to you, new middle school student coming in next school year.
Hello to future 6th graders. I would like to tell you some advice. Make sure to always do your work and see if are missing, and make sure to pay attention. This is my advice to you future 6th graders.
Hi, future 6th graders. Some advice I could give you is to study before taking a test, go to classes on time, and most importantly, try your best on everything. Even if you don't know, just try your best. I hope that the future 6th grader will have a good time in 6th grade.
A couple tips is to always be honest with your teachers and to get on class on time.
Dear future 6th graders, my advice to you is that as long as you do all the work, you finish the assignments before or on time, turn them in as long as you get 80% in your classes, then you should be able to pass 6th grade. And it may seem really hard, but as long as you pay attention, you do the work, you should be able to pass 6th grade without any trouble.
Hello, future 6th graders. An advice to give you is when you are given work, you should do it and not leave it to do later because your grade will get lower each time you do so.
My advice for the future 6th graders, I would say that when you go to class, you have to do lots of works, but if you finish it before, you don't have a lot of work to do. And if you don't finish your work, you will get bad grades. And so I would suggest that for you guys to submit you guys' work when you guys are 6th graders. And also when you take the test, you might need to study, because before you take the test, you must study for your test every single day. And I hope that things will go well in 6th grade for you guys. And also, I would think that 6th grade is pretty hard, but you'll get through it.
Some advice I have for you is just try to get your work on time. Even if it's a little late, just try to get it in on time. The second thing is try to get to your class on time and pay attention in class. The most important thing is pay attention in class so you know how to do your work and hand it in time.
Advice to future 6th graders. Do not ever skip your class, and if you skip your classes, your teacher will actually call your CP teacher, not call, but like text your CP teacher or text your parents that you're not doing your classes or your attendance. If you do your attendances, you become signed in, because your teacher knows that you're there now and you're doing your work in their class. If you are missing out on homework, you can always go ask the teacher you need help or if there's the work, and you can ask the teacher to send the link if you don't see it. So yeah, that's all I have to the advice.
Okay, so every single middle school student at HCPA is going to have a class called College Prep. So what is College Prep? College Prep is a class designed to guide students in developing skills to care for their personal and social development so they can be ready for college and pursue their future career. All right, so during 6th grade College Prep time, or what we call CP time, there are themes that 6th grade will be working on. As a 6th grader at HCPA, students are beginning to discover who they are as a person and explore interests and curiosities. To foster growth in this area, our focus for 6th graders CP is to provide the necessary tools to nurture their journey through emphasis on teamwork, collaboration, personal interests, study skills, and character development. Technology. All middle school students will get a Chromebook assigned to them that they can take home. Now that we're doing distant learning, you guys all have a Chromebook with you at home. But it's going to be different when we do in-person learning in the fall when you become middle schoolers, because you're going to have to take your Chromebook home and you're going to have to remember to bring it back to school every day. So, who do I go to if I have a question about technology or my Chromebook? First off, you can get help from your CP teacher or the technology support team. Let's meet your technology support team or IT team. Ms. Nordstrom, Mr. Sean, and Mr. Mo. In middle school, we will use Schoology a lot. So what is Schoology? Schoology is where you can access your classes, grades, and assignments. Students will also be able to send messages to their teachers for questions about assignment. So it's very important that you learn how to use Schoology, which you guys all are now practicing right now since we're doing distant learning. The way teacher grades is going to be different in middle school. So let's watch a video how grading is done in middle school.
Hello everybody, this is a video to explain the meaning of grades in middle school. So here is a 4-point scale grading system. As you can see, there are numbers right next to each one, and each grade is worth a certain amount of points, and that eventually becomes a GPA. Colleges use these numbers when they are selecting students to admit into their school. Okay? So in the grading scale, you'll see things that are plus and minuses. If you have a grade with a plus after it, that means you're getting closer to the next higher grade. If you have a grade that has a minus after it, that means that you're slipping closer to the next lower grade. So it's still very important to pay attention to those plus and minuses. So each letter has a specific meaning attached to it. Okay. If you have anything between A plus to an A minus, it's showing that you are demonstrating an excellent performance in understanding what's going on in class and completing the work. If you have something that's between B plus and B minus, it's also showing that you have a good performance. Maybe there are a couple of things that you're not understanding and we can work towards. Something that has a C plus to a C minus shows a satisfactory performance. That means you're doing okay. We might need to watch out to see if we kind of sink lower into the next grade. If you have anything between a D plus or D minus, it shows less than satisfactory performance. Maybe there's not something that you're understanding in class, or that we need to put a little bit more effort in completing our work. And an F shows an unsatisfactory performance. This is a grade that is not considered a passing grade. Okay? So how is my grade calculated? Well, that depends on each class. So each class has a different grading scale. So here are two examples for math. As we can see, classwork and projects are worth 30%, while tests are worth 70%. And in English, benchmarks are worth 30%, projects are worth 20, student work is worth 30, and tests are worth 20. So this is a way, you get your grade all together. So what does my grade show? A grade is a measurement of your learning in class. Pretty much what is it that you're understanding in class, and what is something that you're not, and how can we get you to understand, right? Think of a low grade as like a not yet. You're not meeting the expectation of the class content. That means that if you have a low grade, there's something in there that you're not understanding. So how do we make it happen? How do we get you to understand so that way your grade reflects that, right? And we like to think it as not yet because you can always improve your grade because you're continuing to learn, right? So have a growth mindset about grades. Low grades can always be improved, and there are many areas and ways in which you can improve your grade. Finishing missing assignments if you have any. Learning from your mistakes. Where is it in the learning that these mistakes keep happening? What is it? What is stopping you from really understanding what's happening in class? Study and retake benchmarks. Benchmarks are tests in each class to show whether or not you're understanding the material, and you're always more than welcome to retake those benchmarks and tests. But before we do that, we have to make sure that we study, and again, kind of learning from those mistakes. Asking questions, ask how you can better your grade, meet with your teacher, talk about, what you can do. Be an advocate for yourself, right? If you're not understanding something, ask your teacher, ask how you can improve. Righty. And grades should always be checked on Schoology. So both parents and students have access to Schoology. You can find your grades on a tab called Grades on Schoology, and then you would click on Grade Report to see all of your grades. You really want to make sure that you check your grades on Schoology because that is the place where teachers update the grades first, and then it syncs over to another website called PowerSchool. But the most updated grade will always be on Schoology. Okay? And again, parents and students have access to this. So in your grade book, you'll start seeing points, and you'll start seeing, each assignment that is graded in the class. When you have a 0 or a little symbol, and next to the symbol it says missing, okay, there are many symbols, but the one that you should pay attention to is especially if it has a 0 or if it says missing. If an assignment says missing next to it, or it has a 0, that means that you need to turn in that assignment. The teacher never received that assignment, and they can't give you a grade if the assignment is not turned in.
So, who do I go to if I have a question about rumors, gossip, bullying, or being teased, friendship problems? Well, first of all, your teacher, the counseling department team, or your secondary administration team. Let's meet your secondary team. Your middle school dean, Mrs. F, your secondary director, Mrs. D, the chief operating officer, Mr. Yang, and superintendent, Dr. Hain. Here's your counseling department team. we have Cecilia Lee, Mr. Kyle Vane, and Mai Balor, me. We are your counselor at HCPA. We also have Hannah Fossum and Mary Kelser, our 2 social worker. And then we also have Miss Tony Marie O'Daniel. She is our college and scholarship manager. So if you have any question about college or scholarship, this is the person to go to. Here are the extracurricular activities we have at HCPA. We have co-ed soccer, co-ed basketball, co-ed volleyball, after-school enrichment courses, student ambassador, and student council. Here are the classes that are offered at HCPA for 6th graders. First, we have required courses. Now, these are the classes that you have to take no matter what. We have English 6 or English 6 honors, Math 6, Earth Science 6 or Earth Science 6 honors, Social Studies 6 or Social Studies 6 honors. These are the elective classes that you can choose. We have Art 6, Chinese 1, Hmong 1, Middle School Choir, Middle School Theater, Physical Education 6, and STEM Lab, as well as band. Okay, here's a sample of how the schedule will look like in 6th grade. Now the order of the classes will change, so your classes will not look like this. But let's just say that this is your schedule. So this is what you're going to do. First period is going to be English. Second period is going to be math. Third period will be earth science. Fourth period will be CP. Fifth period will be social studies. Sixth period will be your first elective. And seventh period will be your second elective that you're going to take. Sign up for honor classes. Placement to honor classes is self-selected, meaning you can choose to take it if you wish. Let's watch the video below to see if honor classes will be a good fit for you.
Alright, hello future 6th graders. So my name is Mr. Gatz, and in this video we'll be talking about 2 of the different types of English classes you can take in 6th grade next year. So, like I just said, my name is Mr. Gatz. I teach 6th grade English, both mainstream and honors. So you might be wondering, what do we do in middle school English class? Basically, in English class for middle school, we just focus on communication skills, reading, writing, speaking, listening, and viewing. I mentioned a term earlier that was mainstream English. You might be wondering what mainstream English is. So mainstream English, sometimes called regular English, is English class that is the best choice for most students. In mainstream English, your teacher will challenge you no matter what so you can get better. So, if English is your strength, it might be better to choose honors. That way you can make sure you're getting even better. So mainstream, it might just be listed as English 6 when you're choosing it, is the best choice for most students. Honors is for, well, let's talk about that. What is Honors English? Honors English is a class for students who are already very strong at reading and writing. This class is to make sure you keep growing even though you're already strong at reading and writing. If reading and writing are not your strength right now, mainstream might be the best choice so you can keep growing. Just because you want to make sure that you're choosing the class that is best for you so you can keep getting better at English no matter what. For 6th grade English honors, we read more challenging stories, articles, poems, and essays, and sometimes move at a faster speed. Both types of English class are challenging, but like I said, honors is more for students who are at 6th grade reading level or above, or just anyone who wants to challenge themselves and already knows that they're strong at reading and writing. For 7th and 8th grade English honors, 7th grade and 8th grade are very similar as well. In 7th grade, just like 6th grade honors, they read texts that are at a higher level. they move at a faster pace, and they talk about topics more deeply than in mainstream. In 8th grade, honors also tends to move at a quicker pace. The texts they read, like the stories, poems, all that, are at a higher level. And in 8th grade honors, they also do more writing, and they do more Socratic seminars, which is a type of discussion activity. So you might be wondering, which one should you choose? The choice is yours. Mainstream English is the best choice for most 6th graders. So if you're not sure, you just pick mainstream English, and then if you maybe want more of a challenge, you can join honors. Honors English is the best choice for 6th graders who know they are already strong at reading and writing and want to make sure they are still being challenged. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about mainstream English or honors English, you can send me a message on Schoology. You can just type in my Mr. Gatz or just Gatz, and my full name will show up, which is Brady Gatzmeyer. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.
Hello, 5th graders. My name is Mr. Zhang. I am the 6th grade social studies teacher at Mount College Prep Academy. What is the difference between the regular social studies class and the honors class? In the honors class, there is a lot more reading and writing involved. The writing requires a lot of critical thinking, and sometimes we do outside reading where we might look at articles, we might look at what's called primary sources and political cartoons to try and see what the author is trying to tell us. So that is the honors class. The regular social studies class, there's still some reading and writing involved, but the writing is not as intense. I still ask students to write and do their best, and also to think critically about the readings. Any questions, feel free to ask me or the other teachers as well.
Hi, my name is Bethany Tritz, and I am the 6th grade Earth Science teacher for both honors and regular classes. And today I'm going to share with you a quick presentation about how to choose which class is right for you. So here, this is a way to determine which class you should be in, the honors or the non-honors or regular class. And what I want you to do is sit and think for a minute about you. Think about you, think about your child, and what types of things they enjoy. If you are someone who enjoys working in teams and learning about Earth's mysteries and all the cool things that happen on Earth at your own pace, then the non-honors class or regular science class would be perfect for you. This class is for students who really haven't determined if they enjoy science yet and are really just taking their first steps on being scientists. If you are a student, or if your student is someone who enjoys asking lots of questions, making connections to big ideas, and most importantly, they love science, then maybe you or your student should try to take honors science. Honors science can be a great way to stretch your science skills and make those big connections in the world and in nature. And either way, I'm really excited to meet you all. Once again, my name is Bethany Tritz, or Miss T, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. Have an awesome rest of your year, and I'll see you in the fall.
Hi, 5th grade. This is Miss Wardell. I am a middle school math teacher at HCPA, and I was asked just to make a brief video to explain a little bit about math classes and the math department in our middle school and high school. So keep in mind, we use a textbook called CPM. We have been using this textbook for about 3 to 4 years at HCPA, and we have seen amazing things. So the whole point of CPM is to really have students explore and figure out the reasons why, to understand the conceptual ideas of math, and then be able to apply them procedurally. We have saw amazing gains in student knowledge and student comprehension because of the material. A lot of our math class are considered collaborative learning, meaning that you will work in teams, partners. There will be certain times we'll be working as a whole class in small groups and so on. But we will be doing roles and be having team discussions, team assignments, team tests. There also will be an individual side of it as well. But it is a really good program that allows you guys to explore math in a way that kind of sparks your curiosity. This year, we did decide to no longer have honors classes in math. So going forward at HCPA, we have one type of math class. So when you come to 6th grade, everybody will be in 6th grade math. However, if you would like to earn honors credit, all you would have to do is complete a couple extra projects each semester. And those projects will be provided by your teacher, and you will be able to get assistance from your teacher as well. So if you do choose to do honors, all you would have to do is connect with your teacher, and they will let you know what project choices you can do and how many projects you need to do in order to earn honors credit for the year. And the reason why we did this is so that everybody has the opportunity to earn honors credit. So it doesn't matter if you were in regular math last year or if you were in honors math or sped math or anything. As long as you are willing to try and willing to do the extra work, you will be able to earn honors credit. So we are excited to have you in middle school, and we look forward to starting next school year with you guys in 6th grade. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. But again, welcome. We're excited to have you in middle school.
These are the elective classes that you can choose at HCPA: band, choir, theater, Hmong, Chinese, STEM, art, or physical education. In the next few slides, we're going to learn about the classes and what you're going to learn from them. Want to join band or choir? Let's watch this video about band and choir and see what kind of instrument you can play in band class, as well as what do you do in choir class.
Hey everybody, my name is Miss Sloniker and I am one of the music teachers here at HCPA. So next year as a middle schooler, you have a super awesome opportunity to join a music class like band or choir. I teach band here at HCPA and my colleague Mr. Matson teaches choir. You'll meet him here in just a few minutes. So we wanted to take a moment to talk about what exactly is band and what exactly is choir, and also get some of our students to show you kind of what we do and also why you should join. We think that you would have a really awesome time in music next year. So the first class we are talking about today is band. So in band, you learn how to play instruments. So not only will we learn how to play instruments, but you will learn how to read music, how to play music, how to write music, how to perform some concerts, and also make a lot of really cool friends along the way. Band is a wonderful class if you are looking to try something new and learn a new skill next year in 6th grade. So I want to show you about a few of our instruments in band, and then later on you will learn about some of the voices in the choir. So first off, here's our instruments.
Hi, my name is Mr. Matson. I'm the choir director. Now, you might be thinking, what exactly do they do in choir? Well, let me tell you. In choir, we sing and we make music. We learn about our voices and what makes them work. We get to sing in multiple languages. Right now, the middle school choir is singing a song in Polish called Do Widzenia. It's a lot of fun. In choir, we work as a team, perform for the community, and sometimes we even create our own music. We do all of this and more every year in choir, and I would love to have you join us in the fun. This is why you should join choir.
There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whispers, which I wish would go away. Oh.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door.
I fell by the wayside, like everyone else. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, but I was just kidding myself. Every moment I start to replace, 'cause now that they're gone, all I hear are the words that I needed to say.
Alma del core, spiritu dell'alma, sempre costante t'adorerò.
I think you should get into band if you really like music or you want to find a really cool, exciting new hobby. And with band, you can explore so many different types of songs. You can find really, really beautiful classical music or really, fun jazzy music, depending on what you want to play or like what you are gonna learn in band.
The reason why I joined choir because I love singing and it shows my talent a lot. You can either join choir or band. And the people that is coming to middle school, you should join choir or band because you can really show your talent and you can show it to other people. But if you have stage fright, then it's okay. Just calm down and you can do it.
So the reason why I joined band was because I love music, and I can play any music I want on my instrument. So when I heard that I could play like anime or like Star Wars theme on my trumpet, I was so excited.
One thing that I love about choir class is that once in a while, we always get a party.
Hi, my name is Cheryl, and I joined band because in 5th grade, I liked the band and I liked the music, and I heard and my older brother was playing the trumpet, and it sounded really fun, so I decided to join band.
I joined choir because I have a passion for music, for singing, and it really makes me happy. And people should really try being in choir because it's really fun. And something I love about choir is that it's really fun and it just makes me happy.
I joined band because I really like music and I want to learn more about music. I think y'all should join band because first of all, it's really fun. We have a lot of fun. Second of all, less test, less homework, more practice. My favorite thing about band is that we how we play together, practice and perform together. And I think y'all should join band too. It's really, really fun.
Alright, so now you're convinced and you want to join band or choir. No problem. The next thing you gotta do now is complete this survey and select the instrument you want to play. Now, if you want to join choir, all you gotta do is select choir. And if you have any questions, you can email Ms. Loneker or Mr. Matson. Now, here's a video about Hmong class. Let's learn what you do in there.
Hello, 5th graders, and welcome to Hmong class. And my name is called Len Kainza, and that's how you all be calling me next year when you're in middle school. And as for Hmong, there's two different levels. There's Hmong 1 and Hmong 2. So for Hmong 1, we're gonna be learning letter sounds, guys, like the Shia. Like you guys learned these in middle school. We'll do a lot of games to reveal these for you guys, and it should be really fun. So we're gonna learn how to read these sounds and put these sounds together to make words. And once we learn how to do that, we're gonna start reading. And then by the end of the next school year, you should learn how to read Hmong pretty well, and you should learn how to also spell Hmong pretty well. And by the end of next year, we'll learn basic words like how to call grandma, grandpa, boyo, classifiers like go, like lu, da, and all the stuff in Hmong. And a lot more topics like colors and numbers from 0 all the way. And we'll learn how to say the proper way to say 0 in Hmong and the proper way how to say some words that we use wrong in the Hmong language. And if you feel like you know all your letters and how to read and write Hmong really well already, then you can skip and go to Hmong 2. In Hmong 2, you're going to be learning more of the cultural piece of the Hmong. Like, for example, like the kind they use for funerals or weddings and cultural stuff that as you get older that you expect to know in the Hmong community. And that's what we're going to be doing for Hmong, and looking forward to seeing you all this fall, 5th graders.
Next, we're going to learn about Chinese class.
Hello everyone, this is Cheng Yan speaking. Including teaching HCPA, I have been teaching Chinese as a world language over about 10 years. It's my honor to introduce learning Chinese. Learning Chinese can be fun. China is a prospective place to do business. China is one of the biggest economic powerhouse in the world. China is one of the important trading partners of US. So learning Chinese gives any business a great advantage. So learning Chinese would help to tap China's economic market. Employers like bilingual people, any business involved in overseas trade with China would hire Chinese-speaking people. So learning Chinese is the advantageous for people who looking for a job. So students of Chinese language are more preferred for college application. Alright, so you probably are wondering then how would Chinese class look like? So in our class we are using quite a lot of music, and we are having small guide reading group activities, and we are doing the project. We are doing some very simple writing words, and then based on you're able to recognize the words, and watching movie, and talking, playing games. Alright, from now on you will see some students testimonial from each class, and most of them mentioned it's fun, and sometimes it could be a little bit challenge, but that's the fun part, right? And some students mentioned the Chinese zodiacs is so interesting thing to learn, and some students mentioned they thought they would not be very good, but it turned out that they like it. Alright, it's gonna be the last slide. Thank you for being patient, and thank you for your passion to know about Chinese class. And 欢迎来到中文课堂， 欢迎来到中文课堂。Welcome to Chinese class, and cannot wait to see you.
Here's a video about STEM Lab. Let's learn what you do in art class.
Hello, incoming sixth graders. My name is Miss Forsberg, and I am the middle school art teacher at HCPA. I teach both Art 6 and middle school art. Art 6 is the art class for sixth graders, and then middle school art is combined seventh and eighth graders. In Art 6, as well as middle school art, we learn about lots and lots of different art topics and artists. We learn how artists communicate ideas. You will learn how to use the elements and principles of design, which are the tools of art, to create different artwork and communicate different ideas in your artwork. We'll discuss the meaning and functions of art, and we'll look at lots of different examples of art that are both contemporary or recent, as well as art and artists from art history. And we will get our hands dirty in art class. We'll explore and experiment with lots and lots of different media. We'll be learning drawing techniques, painting techniques. We'll be doing clay and sculpture, as well as printmaking and collage. These are artworks that have been created by former students as part of our drawing and painting unit. As part of these units, we will be using lots of different drawing material as well as painting. And you'll be practicing lots of different techniques and ways of communicating yourself. We always do a self-portrait every year, both 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, to express ourselves and who we are. But then there's also lots of different themes and topics that we'll address as part of these drawing and painting units as well. For the sculpture and clay unit, sixth graders will have the opportunity to create a functional clay whistle as well as a clay mask. And these are different examples of student work that has been created as part of the clay and sculpture unit. So if you are interested in joining art, I would love to see you in the art class next year. And so sign up, and I'll see you in room 2055 next year. Bye, everyone.
Here's what you would do in physical education class.
What is your favorite sport we have covered so far? I really like the volleyball unit. What is your favorite lesson? I really like the strategy. What are some of the skills we've learned in class? How to make a diamond shape with your hands when catching a football? And what is your favorite thing about PE class? I think I like the methods we learned to counter a serve or an attack that comes our way.
My favorite sport that we have covered so far is volleyball. My favorite lesson of the sport is strategy, and my favorite skill is how to spike a volleyball and how to throw it, or how to just just pass it on to your teammate or the other team. And my favorite thing about PE is that's where I could feel comfortable. Just learning different sports and stuff.
My favorite sport that we've covered so far is soccer. And my favorite lesson is the history of the sport. Some of the skills that we learn was how to perform a give and go in soccer. And my favorite thing about PE is learning about the sports.
My favorite sport we have covered so far is soccer, or yeah, probably soccer. I think history of the sport was my favorite lesson we learned about the sports. I think the how to trap a soccer ball. My favorite thing about PE is that we can do activities, run around. Yeah.
My favorite sport so far is volleyball, and my favorite lesson is the history and the strategies and the rules and stuff. And my favorite skill is like how to spike a volleyball, or like teamwork. And then my favorite thing about PE class, that we learn about new stuff and new sports and stuff.
My favorite sport is probably volleyball. I liked how we learned about the history of Hmong volleyball. There's nothing I really learned from about like skill wise, because everything's all pretty basic. Like just including like every sport we learned about, right? It's just all basic sports. Well, not basic sports, but like everything we learn is basic. It's just like the normal stuff.
Okay, so now we've learned about all the classes that are offered at HCPA. Let's learn how you can register for your classes. However, before you can register for your classes, you're going to need the following. You're going to need your Chromebook. If you don't have a Chromebook, you're going to need a laptop or a desktop. And also, you're going to need your PowerSchool login information. So how will you get your PowerSchool login information? Well, your username and password will be sent to you from your homeroom teacher. So please check your Schoology message or your email. If you don't see that, then just contact your teacher. First, you're going to have to go to HCPA website. Second step you're going to need to do is click on the PowerSchool icon. And then third thing, log in using your personal PowerSchool login. So that means your username and your password that was sent to you from your homeroom teacher. Once you have logged in, you will see a screen that looks like this. Click on the class registration. The next screen will look like this. Click on the pencil icon to begin the registration process. Follow the direction in the registration portal to complete your class selection. Once you have selected all your classes, don't forget to click the Submit button. Otherwise, you will not have registered for your classes for next year. Okay, 5th grade students, you don't have to worry about registering for your classes tonight because you will register your classes with your homeroom teacher either this week or next week. So, what do you need to do next now? What you need to do now is talk with your parents about which classes you should take. So, review all the middle school classes that are offered at HCPA. Discuss if honor classes would be a good fit for you. Also, talk about which elective classes you would like to take next year. If you would like to attend summer school, you're going to need to register for summer school. Please note that all applications are all online this year. You must go to HCPA website to register for summer school. Once you are on HCPA website, this is how the summer school registration will look like. You have the option to select one of the two forms to complete your summer school registration. Some important note about summer school at HCPA. Summer school will be on site. The dates will be Monday, June 21st to Thursday, July 29th. No school will be on Monday, July 5th. The times will be 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The busing and meals will be provided. Also, social and emotional support and activities will be built in. And following the CDC and MDC COVID guidelines and protocol will be enforced. Applications are due by Friday, May 14th, 2021. Alright, so you still have a question about middle school, or you're not sure about which class you should register for next school year. You can either email your teacher or the counseling office. You can email counseling at counseling.department@hcpak12.org, and someone from counseling will respond back to your email. Thank you for joining our 5th to 6th grade transition night. We're really excited and we can't wait to see you all at the middle school side next school year.